What's up, everybody? I want to show you the new guitar that I just got in today. You will have seen from a few videos ago, I sold a couple guitars. I sold my Purple Sparkle Strat. I sold my Gibson SG. I sold my Ernie Ball Axis, the black one. So I was kind of throwing around some ideas, and I was considering an Explorer again. I haven't had an Explorer in a very long time, and I've been kind of wanting to get back into that, that sort of style again, but I just wasn't finding the right ones. I've got a fairly particular vibe I'm going for. Ideally, I'd like to get a white one, but I'm not dead set on that. But anyway, in that search, I found a pretty nice other guitar, and I want to show it to you. So this just showed up today. It's a 1991 Gibson Les Paul Standard, and has a broken headstock. Check that baby out. Really, really sad day. Long story short, I bought this knowing that it had a break. It was repaired. I don't know how long ago it was repaired, but I had just seen, I had this in my Reverb watch list for a little while, maybe a few weeks or a month or something, and it was a decent price based on the market. I mean, these things, in perfect condition, or at least in really good condition, the 90s Les Pauls, especially the standards, are going for a good amount of money these days. We're talking upwards of like $3 grand or more, and this one was a lot less. And I was like, I'm looking for an Explorer, but I figured, keep an eye out for a Les Paul, because I do like Les Pauls. And the last 90s Les Paul I had was Tom DeLonge's Les Paul, and regardless of the fact that that was Tom DeLonge's, it was just a solid guitar. But I didn't really like the modifications to it, and I didn't want to mess with that guitar. I didn't want to really ruin the legacy of it by changing it all up. I mean, I did have a different pickup in it for a little while, but I did put it back before I sold it. And I mean, the knobs were completely different. I don't really need to talk about it very much, but in order for that guitar to be the guitar that I wanted it to be, it would have just been wrong to mess with it. So, I knew damn well that 90s Les Pauls were solid, and the reputation certainly backs it up. Everybody talks very highly of them. They call it the good wood era. And from the pictures, this looked really, really nice. I knew that it did have the broken headstock, but it was repaired in the photos. And right before, I was still looking for an Explorer, and then the price dropped on this even more. So I was like, oh, okay, I can't pass this up. It was too good. So I was, my figuring was the amount of people and professional musicians that tour the world with broken headstock guitars, repaired guitars. I mean, most of you would never even know. I mean, on the topic of Tom DeLonge, most of his Gibsons have headstock repairs. I don't know how many of you know that, but a lot of them do. And a lot of times these guitars, once they're repaired, they're even stronger than they were before. So I was like, you know what, screw it. I'll take a hell of a discount for what I'm assuming is going to be a killer guitar, and just have fun with it and not really worry about it. But unfortunately, it arrived today and it rebroke. And I don't blame the seller at all for this. I blame Fedex. I've used Fedex. I haven't personally shipped anything FedEx because they're just not really available in my area too much. But I've had plenty of gear show up through FedEx, through UPS, through USPS, and the only one I consistently have trouble with is FedEx. And it's a damn shame because this guitar, I can tell, would be just awesome. Now, I'm not keeping this guitar. I knew that I had two options: either return the guitar to the original seller or to get it repaired by a local guy. And frankly, I don't know a lot of local people. There's one guy that I've mentioned quite a few times on my channel. I've spoken very highly of his work, but for whatever reason, he's just been flaking on me lately. He just doesn't want to do a lot of the jobs that I'm, offering to pay him good money for. So whatever, if he doesn't want to do it, that's up to him. But I don't really have a lot of other people to ask to, or people that I know. I don't have anyone else that I know could nail something like this. So I decided, you know what, I'm just gonna return it. The original seller was super cool about it, and I'll be shipping it out in a day or so. But I just wanted to get this on video, just as a little story time, kind of dilemma, and just show you what I'm doing right now. So so that being said, I probably am gonna go back to looking for an Explorer. Ideally I would find a white one, but I'm open to other ones. I mean, natural ones are nice too. I don't really care for the black or the wine red ones too much, but if the right price came up, then I guess I would give it a shot. But I don't know. I mean, ultimately, I just feel bad for this guitar because I've played hundreds of guitars, I've owned hundreds of guitars, and I know that this thing would play so nice if the neck wasn't broken. Like, I could just tell, I could feel it, and it is a shame that I will not be able to get used to it and get to play it. I mean, I'm sure there are other people in my area that could fix this, but I already had gotten the refund from the seller. We already decided to just send it back, and that's just the way it is, But maybe another Les Paul like this will come into my life. I don't know. We'll see. I mean, as much as I like, where is it? Oh, my Epiphone Les Paul's over there. As much as I like the Epiphone, it'll never be a Gibson, even with Gibson pickups and whatever else. I mean, it's a nice guitar, but I mean, you can just feel the mojo and stuff like this. So I don't know. Really would have liked to play this guitar, but unfortunately, it's just not in the cards. So let me know what you think. I'm curious to hear what you guys think of 90s Gibsons in general, or what you guys feel of any specific era of Les Pauls. I mean, the most I've played, the most of an era I've played for Les Pauls would be like in the 2000s. I mean, I had a Les Paul Custom from, I think, 04, I want to say. I had a couple Les Paul Classics from the mid 2000s, which were all great guitars. I mean, they've been in plenty of videos in the past, and I wouldn't even mind getting another classic again. But the one thing I prefer about the standards over those is these have like the white pearl trapezoids, and at least the 2000s classics, they're like supposed to be tinted and made to look aged, but they're like practically green. It's a really weird, like nasty yellowy green color, and it's just really bizarre. And the pickups are different too, and like some other like little specs. But I don't know. I would consider getting a classic again, but we'll see. I really like this top too. I really like the color on this. It's a shame, but I don't know. That's life. Till next time. I'm also noticing the Gibson logo. It doesn't have the little dot over the eye, which I know has been a thing on some models. But I don't know. That's interesting. I definitely believe this is legit. It's from 1991. It looks and feels certainly real to me. But I don't know. I'm done rambling. Just thought I'd get on here and talk about some stuff. So thanks for watching. If you got any questions or comments, you know, feel free to leave it below. And we'll talk soon. Later, folks.